let's go ahead and get started.
Who's the other one?
I don't know yet.
What am I supposed to
What's that?
say? What am I supposed to say?
Oh, let me have you sit in this little chair over here. Yeah, she's amazing. All right, Tony. So can everyone see and hear me?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Yes.
Okay, we're gonna get started, guys.
Rolling.
All right, welcome everyone. Thank you so much for coming to join us for Atlantic's virtual art show. And right today, we're gonna do our Meet the Artists. So I'm just gonna ask some questions and our artists will answer. And then I'm gonna open up if anyone in our viewing audience has questions. Let me tell you a little bit, Atlantic Clubhouse, we are oversaw by Vinfen, and we are a clubhouse that helps provide services in employment, education, health and wellness, social events, things like that. It's a really wonderful place. And we also have our art department, which is fabulous and so many wonderful artists. So with that being said, I'm gonna start to introduce our first artist. This is Anthony Amola, and he's amazing. Tony, we usually call him affectionately Tony. So I'm gonna just kind of slip out of the screen a little bit. So Tony, first, how are you doing?
I'm doing good.
Good. Can everyone hear Tony okay?
Yes.
So Tony, tell me, when did you first discover your artistic abilities?
When you came. Before you came, I never would have done it.
Huh?
Because there was nobody here, you know, nobody in the art room, and there was nobody, and I never would have done it.
Wow. Well, I am so glad that you walked into the art room that day.
Well, you said, I said I couldn't do it, and you said I could.
And you did.
Yeah, I did.
So tell me, how would you describe your artistic style?
It's different, it's unique, it's my own style.
Yeah. And what's your favorite thing to work with?
Tiles.
Tiles.
I like doing that the most.
Nice.
I think I'm better at that than anything else.
Well, you're very good at it. You're good at everything you do.
But I think I'm better at that.
Yeah. And what does art mean to you?
It's fun. I get a lot out of it. I just like doing it.
Yeah. Well, we are very proud. So Tony, you picked. So I'm having you pick a piece they want to show. Let me bring this a little closer.
Bring it closer. I like it because of the sparkles in the middle.
Yeah. You know what I'm gonna do?
What? Oh, okay.
We'll do this for now. So this is Tony, tell us why I'm gonna show you guys first. This is one of his tiles. And Tony, what about this piece? Why did you pick this?
I just like them
piece?
because they're shiny and they got a little sparkles in the middle.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah. So very cool, very great colors.
Yeah, it is.
Very beautiful. So Tony's, as with all our artists, everything is for sale. So if there's anything, I'll talk a little bit more, but if you have anything that you have questions about, or if you're interested in a particular piece of art, contact me. It's Barnes, BARNES, @vinfen.org. So any questions, please reach out to me and I will get back to you. Anything else you want to say, Tony, before we open up to
No.
questions?
They can ask me anything.
Okay. So I'm going to open up. Does anyone have any questions for Tony? Yes, Betty.
No, nobody does.
Oh, you have a,
I have a question. I want to know where you get your tiles from.
We get them anywhere. We can get them on eBay. We can get them on Amazon. They said, oh, you can get them in like Hobby Lobby or Michael's. You can get them
Okay.
anywhere. They sell them everywhere.
And is there a certain kind of tile that you like glass tiles or?
I don't like the little tiny, I like bigger one. Big
Bigger ones.
tiles, they'd have.
and you like, it seems like you like the glass.
Yes, I do like those the best, the
Mhm.
glass ones. Yeah.
Okay.
Tony and I are hoping to find a wholesaler so we could get a bunch at one time.
That don't cost a lot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we would be able to take a bucket and dip it in a bag of tiles
And just fill it up.
and fill it up.
Somebody was okay.
That would be very
Yeah.
good if we could do that.
That would be awesome. Sure. Any other questions for Tony? Yes, Maria.
It's Laura.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh,
Sorry.
I'm sorry. I was looking below you.
Oh, no worries. I was just curious, what brought you into using tile? Why did you get into that versus other?
We had them in the art room one day. I saw them. I started using them and I liked them. We had them sitting around in the art room and I just saw them and I wanted to start doing it. And I liked doing it, so I kept on doing it.
And how do you pick out which colors you like to use?
I just use whatever's in the whatever we buy. I don't have a special color. Whatever we have, I just use them.
Mhm. But tell us a little bit. So when you put your tiles together, you kind of
I don't know what I'm doing until I do it. I just put the tiles and I do it. I don't have a way I'm doing it. I just do it.
That's awesome.
I don't have a plan how I do it. I just do it. And then as I do it, I just,
Mhm.
I don't know what I'm doing before I do it.
That's that's my life.
That's my life too.
All right. Any other questions for Tony? Yes, go ahead, Sophie.
Hi, how are you, Nita? How are you, Tony? I
Oh,
just want to say I'm the COO of Vinfen for those of folks I don't know. And I just wanted to show Tony that I have one of his tile works in my office. I love it. I'm a big fan of Atlantic House and all of their artists. So just wanted to share that and say thank you, Tony.
Oh, thank you, Sophie. And that was, I think, one of Tony's first.
Yeah, it was one of my first ones.
Yeah,
Now I got over.
I always
40
get in early with the good artists. Get in early.
yeah, that's right.
I got over
Awesome.
40 of them now.
That's awesome.
Very cool.
40 of them now.
Yep. All right. So before we let Tony go, anything else? All right, Tony,
Okay.
thank you so much.
All right.
All right, our next artist.
Oh,
Our next artist is Jim Moran. Yay! All right, so this is Jim Moran. Let me switch.
It's mine, don't worry about it. Can they see that?
Yeah, and I'm gonna move it up.
Okay.
So I'll put it closer when we ask him about his piece. So Jim, thank you for being here.
Thank you for being here.
So Jim, when did you first discover your artistic
I discovered
abilities?
my abilities when my mother got sick with double strokes.
Okay.
And then I moved back into my mother's house for 8 years, and I took care of her 24/7, everything. And then on my time now that she didn't need me, I sat at the dining table that was in her room that they turned into a hospital room, and I started doodling with shoppings at first, and he kind of eyed. Then I said to myself, why do I want to fill the color in somebody else's stuff from a book?
Oh, I
So-
see.
So I decided to do my own designs and color them in. The first 3 or 4 designs I made were like so. And my mother didn't like the smell of the gel pen. I mean,
The Sharpies.
yeah. So I went to gel pens, and eventually I got this good.
Wow. Well,
And,
I'm so glad you decided to go with your own uniqueness.
Mhm.
You know, that's awesome.
it's all my own stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, and the thing is, when I do,
Hold it up closer. Yeah.
yes,
So this is his piece. Sorry about the glare.
one of many.
So I think Jim will talk a little bit more, but lots of color and design
I love it.
stuff.
And-
Yeah, it's
and
beautiful.
I made all the stuff myself. The drawing, I didn't copy from nobody. It's all here.
Nice. So how would you describe your artistic style?
I don't know. Help me.
Well, you start, so let's talk about your process. So you start with the blank page. Now,
Mhm.
do you know what you're gonna draw,
Nope,
or it just
no.
comes out?
Same as Tony's answer.
So kind of just
Exactly.
comes out,
It's whatever goes from the brain at the time on the paper.
uh-huh,
And I always use black ink to draw the stuff.
Yep.
Then I use quality gel pens. And these are $45 each. I got a whole bunch of them, and I got one big one for $100 in the frame.
yeah, it's very big. We
It's very
could,
pretty. It's on the wall.
Can I say you're underpricing?
What's she say?
oh, yeah, okay,
What happened?
but
And,
yeah, it's hard, pricing's so hard, because you don't want to under, you don't want to over,
That's a good price. It's firm.
yeah. And,
You could do for more.
what's that?
I think he could price it more.
Okay, well, you know what, thank you. We'll definitely, I think we can definitely consider that in
I
the
didn't hear what she
future.
said.
She thinks we can go up a little bit.
Okay, yes, thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah. So we'll do this show, and the next one we'll bump it up.
It's how can I tell about the wall? How they can see it?
Oh, so I'll explain the virtual
Okay,
gallery
all right, okay,
and the catalog.
right.
Jim, what does art mean to you?
It makes me feel peaceful, and it makes me happy, you know, and
Yeah,
something to do.
yeah. Well, it's a great thing to do. It's a beautiful thing to do.
And I'm
Um,
also a musician too.
Yeah,
I
that's
play the
right.
keyboard and drums.
Very cool. So Jim, I'll show this one more time. So Jim, what is it about this piece that you chose this piece?
That's one of my favorites because the way I blended all this.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what I'm doing, okay? I don't know what I'm gonna put on it until I start working at
Mm-hmm.
it. And this is a very nice piece. It's one of my best ones.
This is one of my
Yes.
favorites. I love
Yes.
this piece. So I have a question, Jim.
My designs are 3D and 4D.
Yep, they like layer
Some of
on
them,
each
yes.
other. Mm-hmm.
Yes, go ahead. What's your question?
Oh, sorry, I lost my track of thought. Awesome. So let's open up the questions to Jim.
No. Oh, I think they can see us. Can you see us? Anita?
No, yes, I can. Hi, Webster.
Hi.
Thank you for joining us, Webster. Yeah, Betty, is that your hand, or are you saying hi?
Yeah, no, I have a question.
All right, Betty.
So on your piece there that's on the table, you made the big shapes using a ruler, is that right? And
Yeah.
then you went in and created the patterns?
Yep, so we have
We got
rulers.
tools.
We have like a couple of templates that have like different shapes. So that's kind of cool. And we have quite a few. We just got some new templates in, so we have almost every shape to work with. And I really like how you're talking about like the three-dimensional element, like you create like almost like stair steps and things
Yeah,
like.
I have other ones too that's in the photo.
Yeah.
There are several other ones. in there.
Mhm. And I will answer this question and I'll answer it again later, but to see all the artwork, it's vinfen.org/art/show-Atlantic. I will make sure
All right, see that
to
fast.
get that, make sure I'm saying that right.
Say it fast now.
And then say it really fast. And there's also a virtual gallery and a catalog of all the work.
I didn't know about the catalog.
Yes,
No, I didn't know.
beautiful.
Wow.
Any other questions for Jim?
Jim, what are you working on right now?
I'm working on a brand new one with the new templates. Brand new one. I just started another.
Yeah, nice.
And I just finished another one too.
Hmm.
Should have had 3 or 4 of them. Yeah.
So Jim, they're pretty labor intensive. So how long would it
These here
take to
last me
make this
about almost 2 weeks.
from start to finish?
Yes, and then the big one I have, it's a real one, that's
Yeah.
$100. It's that lasted me 2 months to do.
Yeah.
Almost 2 months.
So it takes you put your heart and soul into it
Mhm,
and your time.
when I'm here.
Yeah. Awesome. Anything else for Jim?
No.
Yeah, go ahead, Betty.
One more. I remember, Anita, when I was in helping do the tiles a long time ago, I remember seeing his work on your art table.
Yeah,
Oh,
That must have been at the beginning, close to the beginning. Yeah,
yes, yeah,
right, right. The
And,
beautiful work.
yeah. And Jim did a tile that is very similar to his style, which was really cool.
Yeah, and that was hard with the glaze to do
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was kind of tricky.
Yeah.
Remember the tile project? I'll refresh your
I
memory.
don't know.
Don't worry about it. I'll show you. We'll refresh
Okay.
your memory.
All right.
All right, Jim.
Oh, I know what you're talking about, the tile. We took it to the State
Yes,
House.
State House.
Yes.
Yes. Actually, Jim, do you have anything else you want to say to our audience or
No.
no?
I don't
Okay,
think so.
awesome. So Jim
I'm a little
Moran,
camera shy.
that's all right. Thank you so much,
Yes.
Jim.
Okay.
Awesome. All right, our next
Nice to see
artist.
you all. Have a great day, good weekend.
Our next artist is
Thank
Christina
you.
Bloom.
Can I step up?
Yeah, you're good.
Thank you. Thank you, guys.
Hi, Christina. Hi. This is Christina Bloom, and she is another one of our artists. Thank you. All right.
Oh, yes, I love that work.
Yeah. So Christina, welcome. Thank you so much for being here and taking your time out.
Thank you.
So when did you first discover your artistic abilities?
I discovered my artistic abilities when I attended Massasoit Community College. And I signed up for a painting class, and my art professor, Scott Ketchum, said that my paintings are naive in beauty and that they had some vibrant soul into them. And
Ooh, that's beautiful.
I thought I didn't have what it takes to be an artist, but I guess he was right.
He was absolutely right. Very right. So did you just kind of build up confidence?
Yeah, I built up confidence when I started painting in his class.
That's wonderful. Well, I'm very thankful for this teacher who inspired you.
Yeah,
So how would you describe your artistic style?
my artistic style is like doing still life, landscapes, fruit, because it's really fun to do because of the vibrant colors in there. Like I like to do a lot of colors on there.
That's it's so vibrant. No, I have a question. Just are these colors that you make, like mixing different colors, or are there colors that already, like, is this a color that's already purple, or did you mix to make that?
It's already purple.
Okay, cool. Beautiful. So let me show this a little closer. So this is one of Christina's works. Beautiful, one of her still life fruits. And Christina, what does art mean to you?
Art means is to expressing myself, making me feel good on the inside. I think that sometimes I think I'm a free-spirited person. Like I can be I'm a free-spirited soul,
Yeah.
and I'm proud of the artwork that I did. I mean, the beauty of it that captures my thoughts and what I feel, and also inside here.
Yeah. That's beautiful. I'm so glad that you discovered that about yourself.
Well, I was glad I took that painting class at Massasoit.
Yeah. Good teachers can make the world a difference. So tell us about, you chose this piece.
I chose this piece because it has a lot of vibrant colors in it. I like the red, I like the blue, I like the purple, and I like the aquamarine.
Mm-hmm.
It looks very pretty. I feel like it's a very pretty painting to sell, and I did a lot of shadows on it. And
Mm-hmm. So I have a question. Did you start with the watermelon, like drawing the watermelon in the black?
well, I started doing the watermelon like this and this, so that way,
Uh-huh.
so that way I can have some natural colors to it.
Nice. Beautiful. And another question, what is it? So I know you love fruit.
Yeah,
What is it, just you like fun to make, or what is it about fruit?
I just love painting it.
Yeah. It's one of my favorite topics too.
Me too.
Awesome. Let's open up any questions for Christina.
there any questions?
Oh, yeah, Betty, I adore you. Thank
I
you.
know, I keep asking questions.
Oh, we love questions.
Okay, I wanted to know what kind of paint you use.
I use acrylic paints.
Good, easy to clean up, isn't it?
And I use canvases to paint.
Yeah, great, great. I like the way your design is sort of realistic, but at the same time, it has an abstract quality to it.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
it's not like a photograph, you know, you really have changed it to put your own feelings in there. And that's really important for an artist. Good job.
yeah. And Christina is very prolific. She so we also have a lot of Christina's pieces. Again, I'll give you the information, but check out the catalog and the gallery. She is amazing. Christine, do you have anything that you want to share or any questions for our audience?
Well, I wouldn't have discovered my painting ability if it wasn't for my professor.
Yeah.
He was very nice. He was very funny. And he would always say that so many paintings, such naivety.
Mm-hmm.
And he said that I was beauty.
Oh, that's gorgeous.
Yeah.
Well,
Sometimes I feel that I do have beautiful mind.
you do. Absolutely.
So that shows everybody the importance of art education, right? In schools,
Mm-hmm.
very
Yeah,
important.
so needed. Awesome. So before we let Christina go, anything else? All right. Thank you, Christina, for your time. All right. Our next artist. Oh, yeah.
Do you want me to put this back?
We can, sure. All right. Let's see. All right. So everyone.
Upside down.
No, we it's a storm up top. So everyone, this is Leticia Edwards, and she is amazing. She's relatively new to our community and just so incredible. Some of my favorite minutes are my times where I get to work with you, because we have I'm a lover of collage, so I was very excited to have a collage artist in our midst. So Leticia, when did you first, Tony, hold on, sorry, Tony. We just can't because we're not muted. When did you first discover your artistic abilities?
When I signed up for your program,
Oh, go ahead.
I started doing like all these different designs with collages and
It's amazing. They're so good. Before you go on, what is it about collage that speaks to you?
I just like to put things together.
Mhm.
Sometimes it's like a puzzle.
Yeah,
Together and it turns out to be something wonderful.
I love
Anita.
that. Yes.
Anita, we can't really hear Leticia, so if you could.
Okay, let me, I'm scared to touch any of these buttons.
Just have her speak up a little bit.
Okay.
Okay, yeah,
There.
yeah, say that last part again about what you like about collage.
Oh, it reminds me of a puzzle. When I put it together, it just feels so wonderful to have a piece of art
Yeah,
that can sell.
that's right, yeah. And how would you describe your style?
High fashion.
Ooh, high fashion. Well, you are high fashion. Everything about you is fashion. I love it. High fashion, that's a great way to describe it. I love.
It's high fashion.
It is high fashion, definitely. And what does art mean to you?
It's a wonderful way to clear your mind.
Oh, a wonderful way to clear your mind. Oh, you're right. Especially collage, because you just, you're focusing on the images
Together, a little piece by piece.
piece by piece. Yep, just like a puzzle, just like you said. Awesome. And tell us, so this one's pretty big. Let me bring it forward a little bit. Sorry, Leticia. So this is a beautiful piece. I don't have the dimensions, but it's quite large. And this one is the one she talked about. the biggest one she has. We actually, if there's time, she made a safari that we haven't been able to hang up yet, but it's amazing. So yeah, what about this piece?
I love the artistic designs. I like how it has the different shades of leaves, the different colors. And then you have the little monkey swinging from the tree.
Oh yeah, we got a little monkey.
Yeah, enjoying himself.
Oh yeah, he's having a good time. I love it. So now, I know, so subject matter, you like a kind of a range of things, right? You like nature. What do you have? We have some fish, some butterflies, flowers. Do you have a favorite subject?
I really like flowers.
Flowers, they're so beautiful. Nice.
Thank you.
Oh, Leticia, you are amazing. Let's open up for any questions for Leticia. Come on, Betty.
Okay, I have one. I was waiting for somebody else to ask.
No, I had a question too.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead, Kim, you go first.
Okay.
All right, Kim.
Leticia, I'm curious. It's hard to see because everything's in 2D, but what materials? So you use paint? What's the other materials that you're using?
Well, on some of them I have paint, and then on others I have pictures.
Oh,
Yeah, so a lot of this, so you can help us out. So Leticia, you start you start with the background.
Yes.
So it starts kind of with the background and then you add on your images.
Yeah.
So this is all paper.
Oh, okay.
So, Leticia, do you find a lot of your pieces from magazines?
No, I just make it up from scratch.
So and then sometimes we'll go on the internet and get some
Okay,
images.
and print things out?
Yeah,
Okay, and then, okay, interesting.
yeah,
Very good. I like that.
yeah. And it's
Yeah,
amazing.
me
because
too. It's
we
really
can
cool.
get really little. So some of them, there's little itty bitty things. This one there's a little monkey here. But one thing that's really cool about Leticia's collages is that you can look at it and you always see something new. You know, there's always something you didn't quite catch. So it's beautiful. Any other questions for, yes, go ahead, Lori.
I was just going to ask, what's the most challenging part of putting together a piece like that? It looks pretty complicated.
Making it spectacular, making it perfect so that it looks nice.
It looks beautiful.
It's
Very detailed.
it's amazing. Photos don't quite do it justice, but you can definitely get a sense of her style, and it's amazing. Your use of color is really beautiful. I love watching Leticia create the backgrounds because she really does an amazing job with color and kind of how it like flows into each other. So it's just a beautiful, beautiful piece. Thank you, Leticia.
Thank you. Have a good day.
See? All right, John?
We just wanted to say one thing real quick.
yeah.
So we're from her group home. We wanted to say congratulations, Leticia. It looks amazing. And Carol had a question.
Oh, yeah.
How long did it take you to make it? How long did it take?
It took me about 2 to 3 days.
Oh,
Wow.
okay. It's beautiful, yeah. Very nice.
Good job, Leticia. We're so proud.
Oh.
And thank you guys for joining and being so supportive of Leticia. She is wonderful, and we are so lucky to have her as part of our community.
Aw.
Mm-hmm.
Good job.
Okay.
Thank you, Leticia.
Thank you.
All right, our next artist is John Granger.
Hello.
All right. And I'll do a closer up. First off, John, thank you so much for being here. It's wonderful to see you. And I'm just so happy that you are part of our community.
Wonderful to see you.
All right, so when did you first discover your artistic abilities?
Well, I was recovering from a heart attack back in my 30s, and I had a lot of downtime, and there was a tray and back with paints and all kinds of materials, and I started just doodling. And I found an art book, and I started doing what the art book did, and I realized that some of the paintings weren't all that bad.
That's amazing. So did you, when you first started painting, was it a process to get to here, or did you kind of like look and were like, oh my goodness, look at that, that's so beautiful?
Well, it was a long process to get to there.
Mm-hmm.
And faces are not my
That's amazing.
faces are not my particular greatest thing, but this one.
Mm-hmm. Faces are tough.
This one I like because it's actually from the movie
That's okay. Is it Old Man and the Sea or?
The Old Man and the Sea.
Old Man and the Sea, yeah.
And that's Spencer Tracy.
Oh, wow. What was it about? Was there something particular about this image that struck you?
Yes, it was his facial expression. It has to do with the dichotomy of what we struggle in life to get to and how elusive it becomes, which is kind of the theme of the story.
Yeah.
And in that facial expression, I think you can see I hope you can see the struggle that he's going.
Oh, absolutely. The
that
torment.
he's going through.
Yeah. Beautiful. So, how would you describe your artistic style?
Realistic. I like to paint paintings as they sometimes in the distance I'll add some fog or some other things, but generally I'm a realistic painter.
Mm-hmm.
I like to paint things as they are.
Nice. Realism is very difficult. That's a very special talent. What does art mean to you?
It means a moment to relax, a moment to get away from all the things that we worry about. Time flies when you're painting.
Yeah.
And you go into this own little world where there's no worries and it's just you and the painting and what you're trying to do. And it's extremely relaxing. I promote it to anybody who actually everybody. I think I promote it to, but particular to those that are having some sort of mental problems, it's a wonderful release.
Absolutely.
To get away from.
Mm-hmm. I like how you describe that, like you can go into another world, and it's just you and the image and the paints. It's a great escape, for sure. So we talked a little bit about this particular piece. So you're talking about the facial expression. What else made you choose this of all your work? You choose this one.
Well, first of all, I love the movie. And what I did, by the way, in this particular image here, is I went to the computer and I Googled in Spencer Tracy and Old Man and the Sea. They had different clips from the movie. So it is photographic, so it is considered an original.
Mm-hmm.
And I found this one where he was battling the giant fish, and I was kind of captured by both his expression and what the theory of the movie was.
Mm-hmm. Right, like the battle.
The battle.
The battle. Yep.
Yeah.
So let's open up. Any questions for John? Yes, Sophie.
So John, I'm looking at the website where there's a lot of your work. Where do you get your inspiration? Because there's paintings of Italy and London and inspired by Sargent. So what inspires you?
I like to go back to peaceful scenes. Country, streams, water, trees, reflections. And I've got a touch of nostalgia in me because I think things were so much simpler and better back in the old days, you know. And so a lot of my paintings are back in the 1800s, 1700s. And I think it was a much quieter time. And for me, it's like sometimes when I paint, it's like going into a little time capsule. And if I can get into that time capsule and recreate the peacefulness of that time, I'm satisfied.
In kind of a tag along to you, Sophie, is there any particular artists that you relate with or that you like their styles?
Well, one of the greatest ones I think was Sargent.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he was my all-time favorite. And the early Picassos I liked. I didn't like it when he got into Cubism, and I thought it was a little beyond me. But
but you like you said, you kind of like the realist,
yes,
kind of style.
Yes,
beautiful, awesome. So any questions, or John, anything you want to share with our audience?
I have a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
So how long did it take you to paint a piece like this?
About a month.
Wow, that's devotion.
Yeah, it's particularly unless you're incredibly skilled with faces, which I'm not. Faces come very, very, very slowly.
Yeah.
Of all the devices that are hardest to paint, they say toenails, fingernails, and the human face are among the hardest.
I could definitely see that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Any other questions for John? All right. Thank you, John.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much for being here.
You're welcome.
All right. Thank you. All right. Our last artist to meet.
I'm gonna say hi. Why are we on? How do they see us? They don't?
I don't know, but
it's fine.
you can do the gallery.
We can hear you guys. Hi.
Hi, I wanted to say hi.
No, you can't.
Also, thank you so much. I see we have a great turnout. I'm super excited. This is wonderful. Thank you to everybody who took their time out of their day for this.
Hi,
Anita. Hello.
It's Molly.
Oh, Corazon. Hello. You guys are awesome. So this is John G Manucci, and he is amazing. He is so talented. I will there's one other thing. I'm going to step out, not now, but real quick, because he has a book that he created, and we wanted to show you that as well. So John, when did you first discover your artistic abilities?
I was about like 8 or 9, and I like to get comic books. I looked at a lot of comic books, and I started like drawing from my imagination, just like sketching in pencil. And my brother had he saw me doing it because he was pretty good, so he did chapters.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And he showed me how to do shadow with the pencil. And then I was just like, yeah, I can do this, and I just started making these three-dimensional drawings with shadow and my imagination. And I didn't get into pen until much later in my life. But,
okay, so mostly, so you start like pencil.
yeah, I started with pencil. So I got sick, so I lost a lot of time with my I lost a lot of time, you know, just because of my illness. And around 25, I tried painting, and I realized I liked it. And then I kind of fell in love with it. And I just painted and painted, and it took me about 10 years to get this style. And it's basically, it comes from raw emotion within myself, like really deep in myself. Like it's very primitive and very raw. And I used to do darker work, but lately I've been doing a lot more brighter with brighter colors. And I'm so comfortable with this style that I think I finally completed it. You know, I just think this is what I want. And there are very variety of different expressions of like fear and sadness and anger and just everything I'm feeling. I just let go onto the canvas, you know. And it doesn't even have to be the color pattern. It can be a sad face with bright colors. It's just
right.
It's like I start off with one emotion and I get into another with colors and expressions, and then sometimes I can't do it, and then I have to do it again, and they have to start over again. It's kind of like a tortured process sometimes. Depends on how well I'm feeling and how much inspiration I get, you know, from my surroundings and nature and life itself, you know. So this piece I love because it's like an excellent example of my work. It's
bring it on closer.
The contrast and the composition and the colors and just the expression itself. He looks like he's being shocked by something.
Oh yeah.
Like he
just saw something.
He just saw something he doesn't want to remember.
Yeah. He's like, oh, I don't want to do that again.
But the feeling of, I just wanted it to like hit the right side, lifts up, because he really saw it with this side of his face. The other eyes follow with it, and he's just, his mouth, everything is just a sign of, it's just, everything about this painting is just perfect for my idea of how I wanted to paint it. Like everything's just where it's supposed to be. The colors are just nice. I mean, they're everywhere. And they're just, I just think it's a nice piece. I just really like it a lot. And it's one of my newer ones.
Beautiful.
Experimenting with a lot of brighter colors. But that's, I just love this one for some reason. It's very nice.
So kind of with your style, it looks like you do some splatter and then some, like, tell us a little bit about like start to finish, what it's like, how you do it.
I start by painting the canvas one color. And then I paint different shapes and colors all over the canvas.
Okay.
And then I splatter some paint and flick some paint onto the canvas, and then I paint into that, make a structure of a face, and then I let it dry. Then I drip paint on it, then I let it dry again, and then I flick again, and then I just finish it from there.
Wow.
But the colors, you have to use colors in a certain way. Like if you use, I like to start with my my warm colors first, because they go from warm, and then you can turn other colors into like purples and greens and blues and stuff if you know how to use your colors.
Oh, okay.
And then you go back in the hot colors, and then you go back to the warm colors, and then you mix them all together.
Oh.
And a spray-like effect.
So a lot of these shades of color, are they a mix of colors you created, or is it kind of like color right out of the tube?
A lot of the I like to buy some colors and just keep them where they are.
Yeah.
Depending, because if I use a lot of one color, I just buy the color itself. But it also helps you make other colors. Like if you buy a certain kind of like orange, you can make many different oranges with it.
Right.
And I love orange. Orange is my favorite color.
Wow.
Yeah. I if you notice, my work contains a lot of orange. You know, most of my pieces these days. Like in my old work, a little orange, but lately it's just such a Frank Sinatra said orange is the happiest color.
Oh, really? Wow.
I totally agree with him on that, because it's very bright.
Yes.
It's very, it lifts your mood up.
Yeah.
You know, it's just,
absolutely, like sunshine and
and happiness and
happiness.
I don't know. I mean, it's without orange, what's the point in painting at all? Really?
I like that. Well, orange would be. Orange is your biggest fan.
I know I get a little carried away. Like orange is God. I think to myself, I just love that orange. It's just something that
Well,
just,
you know,
it
colors,
makes me want to paint in general, just to be able to put that on the canvas.
I love it.
Yeah.
So what does art mean to you?
It means taking whatever kind of day I had and then just applying it, bringing it from deep inside my soul and applying it onto the canvas. So then I feel like I got it all out of my system. At the same time, I created a nice piece.
Yeah.
It's very therapeutic. It keeps me from falling. It keeps me grounded is what it does. It keeps me from going back into the hospital and things like that. I love drawing too, but these days my arthritis in my thumb, it's I still draw, but I have to draw slow because I can't do that rapid.
Right.
I still do the same kind of drawing, but it takes me longer. Because if I do too much, I have to take a break and take some ibuprofen because it's just the same repeated motion for like so long. And then
Right.
But
Yeah, and I'm
painting-
sure you're more tense, like.
Painting doesn't bother me at all.
Oh,
So,
that's
yeah,
good.
I've been painting a lot more because of that reason, and I've been enjoying it more.
Good.
Because I get you to inspire me.
Ooh, I like that. So I'm gonna, how do you know when you're finished?
I think it's more of when you want to quit more than anything.
Oh, interesting.
Like sometimes you can know when you're finished, and sometimes you just have to accept that you're never going to finish it. You have to leave it as it is. And then you can just call it and sign it. Because sometimes sometimes I'm like a perfectionist. If things aren't the way I see in my head, I can't let it go. I have to keep working on it. And sometimes I keep adding to it, and then I got to start over.
Right.
And the older I get, I'm learning to let go more and just accept that it's nice, and I don't have to keep messing with it.
That's great.
Yeah, yeah.
That's wonderful. That's,
Yeah,
I'm
so-
glad you're making that, turning that corner, because
Yeah.
your stuff is amazing, and it's just speaks volumes to how much you give to it, like the
Yes.
soul that you put into it, and the heart you
Yes.
put into it. I want to give, so John, the amazing man he is, this is a book, Almost Dark and Definitely Bizarre, which I think captures you perfectly. And this is a book that John put together, and these are black and white drawings that he's done. And so I'll flip like a couple pages, and he also wrote a little bit about what the piece was, what he was feeling, what it depicts, things like that. So it's a pretty lengthy book. Oops, there we go. So this is also for sale. Again, I can't remember it was like 80 pages or something like that.
Yeah. Something
Yeah.
like that.
So again, reach out to me. I'll probably say this 5 times, but Barnes and BARNESA at vinfen.org. Please, and even if you just want to, say I really enjoyed meeting the artist, or if there's a particular piece that I'm interested in, whatever the case may be.
Anita.
Yes.
The link's in the chat for anyone who's interested for the website.
Oh, thank you. I saw a little chat thing, but I don't want to, am I going to mess it if I go like that?
You don't need to see it. Just know that it's in there.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
I'm gonna show some of the drawings.
So yeah, anything you want to say to our viewing audience?
Oh, I thought they were supposed to ask me questions.
They are going to ask you, but I'm giving you the opportunity first.
I don't know. I don't know what to ask you guys. I feel like I'm supposed to receive the questions.
You are.
I don't know what I'm supposed to say.
There is no right or wrong. But you don't have to say anything. We'll take questions, and if you know.
Oh yeah, I'll have something to say back if someone asks me something.
Yeah. So yeah, any questions for John? Yeah, go ahead. I lost your name, but yeah.
I was just going to ask what inspired you to write the book, and how long did it take to put that together?
Ooh, that's
yeah.
a good
How
question.
long was it?
Oh my gosh.
I had like 1,000 drawings that I had done, and we laid them all on a table, and we just picked the best ones, and then we started, writing about it.
Yeah.
We started like saying, "Oh, why don't you say a little bit about this and describe the drawing and tell you what it means to you?" And so it took us what it took us. Like we had to get a grant too. So.
Yeah, I want a big shout out to Ticket to Work, who funded us for this book project. So it was amazing, and it was really cool because we were kind of like the test case for the first artist to get Ticket to Work.
Yeah.
It was very, very exciting. But John, I don't know that 3 months, 4 months from start to finish.
Yeah, it was a while. I was here a lot.
Yeah, it was a lot of it was paperwork and getting logistics and going through paper,
Then trying to
red tape.
find someone that would print it for a certain amount of money.
Yeah, and then
Did you make 2 copies so that you can keep one in case you sell that?
we got 100 total. I mean, we sold some, but we got but the printing we got 100 copies.
That's amazing.
Was it 200?
Yeah, because I got some at my house too that I took home.
Okay, maybe it was 200.
Yeah, I think it was 200.
But we have, don't worry, we have we definitely have enough to sell, and just to really that was a really cool project to work on with you, and it was kind of our first getting to know each other.
Yes.
So that was you had a lot of patience.
Well, I've been following this dream for a while. So
Yeah.
I just didn't think giving up was the right thing to do when I met you, because you were pushing me and telling me things that, telling me to keep doing it.
Well, I believe in your talent, and I believe in you, so it's easy.
This woman is wonderful.
Stop it! Stop it! Okay, say more. This is kidding.
And thank you, Jeanette. Thank you a lot for, helping this program stay alive.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Any other? Yeah, Sophie.
So John, what's the largest piece you've worked on? I love your work, and I love the one that was on the front of the Atlantic Times that time as well.
Thank you.
So what's the largest piece you've done?
I did one years ago. I wasn't doing these then. I was doing more like big abstract kind of things. I think it was, well, the biggest one I've done in the last 6 years is probably a 38 by 28.
That sounds about right. The one we have is, I think, 3624. The one
This one's bigger.
Yeah, okay.
So
So
when I
it's
painted
bigger.
for my girlfriend, I went there and
Oh, okay.
This one, it's like this long, and it's like that big. It's huge. I really didn't measure it, so I don't really know how big it was, but it was a big piece. It was all snowmen and things like that. I had painted it for her because she'd been asking me for a while. And it was a tough time because my grandmother had passed away in the middle of it, but it gave me something to do. So that's probably the biggest piece I've done in the last 7 or 8 years. Yeah. Lately, I've been sticking to the 16 by 20s and the 18 by 24s because the bigger ones, I kind of lose interest halfway through, and then I'm kind of like, yeah, I wish I could have done something smaller, It's hard to stick with a big one because you can only feel so much emotion in one piece,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And about how long does it take? So how long for a piece like this does it take to make?
This one took 3 months. Not because, more because my mental train of thought was just up and down. I was so depressed one day, I get into one emotion, add a lot of blue for sadness, and then I get into the brighter colors because I didn't want it to be sad, and then I go through all these strange transformations into this one piece at the end.
Yeah.
And it's funny, I suffer in the beginning. I say, this is okay. This is great. And then I'm like, this sucks. And I said, this is the worst painting I've ever done. And next thing you know, I love it. It's better than what was in my head, And when it's finally done, I feel like I've been hit with an adrenaline rush.
Yeah. So it's a really emotional
It's a
roller
very,
coaster.
very emotional process, and the reason why they're heavy is because there's so many layers of emotion on there. I go from happy to sad to angry to, I just drag everything out of myself and just put it on there, you know?
Yeah.
So,
Beautiful.
yeah, they're a lot of work sometimes. Sometimes I can do, sometimes I use tons of paint and three-dimensional. Like this one's not as three-dimensional as a lot of my stuff is. A lot of it kind of sticks out, like really sticks out.
Right.
That kind of work can take, 6 months, depending on how I feel.
Interesting.
And
Right.
whether I can let it go or not, like be happy with it enough to let it go. But yeah, it's very therapeutic, and when you're done, you feel like you won $1 million, basically. You feel like you hit the lottery once you're done. You're looking at it like, oh my God, this is wonderful. And now I can go to sleep. I do sleep better after I complete a piece.
Do you work on multiple pieces at a time?
Yeah, I try to work on at least 2 or 3 at a time. I found 3 to be stressful, so I've been working on 2 at a time lately. And yeah, you work on one for a while and it's not drying and it's being stubborn. You go work on the other one for a while, and by the time that one's almost done, you go to the other one and you work on that one because it's dry enough to work on it. Different techniques can speed it up, but I have new work that I'm doing now. It's been a lot of dripping, like paint just dripping very, like all the way down like that.
Okay.
Just, but then you like blend it and it looks like a bunch of lines, and I don't know, it's hard to explain.
Okay, I'm curious to see it.
Yeah, it's a new phase I'm going through, and I can't wait to finish one. I'm
excited to see it.
I've been working on a piece lately, and I'm very focused on try to make it like the way it's in my head, like this.
Right.
Just let it all out, I guess. That's all you can do.
Yeah. Any other questions for John? All right. Any comments, just overall general comments or overall questions? Anything that we haven't covered maybe?
Just thank you for putting this together. This has been the highlight of my day, Anita.
Oh, Sophie, you are such a great supporter of the arts in Atlantic.
Well, what you guys do is awesome. It's really great. I really enjoyed this. Great show.
Well, I truly appreciate all that you've done.
I want to express my thanks to Anita and Will, who really put their heart and soul into making this happen, along with our Vinfen public communications team. Without them, the great team there, and Will and Anita, it wouldn't have happened other than, having you guys here. And I commend you for your hot, warm sharing of yourselves through your artwork on a regular basis at the club every day that we see you, but here in this kind of venue. So, and thank you all for supporting us in what we do and for being here. It means a lot to all of us, I know.
Yeah.
Art is very important.
It's very crucial. And so therapeutic.
It's so therapeutic.
Yeah.
And it makes you feel like there's a reason to get up in the morning.
Yeah. Well, I want to, so we'll put in the chat the link. So when you go on that link, you'll see our virtual gallery, a program guide, and a catalog of all the work. So I encourage you to take some time and check that out. And again, my information's on that invitation and the webpage, but please reach out to me, whether you're interested in a piece or you just want to say, I really enjoyed hearing John, talk about his process. We'd love any feedback, any comments would be greatly appreciated. And I think that's it for us. If there's any, yes, go ahead.
So I'm the site director at Quincy DMH. My name's Laura Ruscio. And I mentioned to Jeanette that we have our lobby was newly redesigned, and the construction project's just kind of coming to an end very soon. But we would love to be able to kind of permanently display some artwork in our lobby. since there's so much talent here at the Clubhouse. I told Jeanette I would get her some photographs so she could see kind of the color palette of the lobby. And I would love, you know, if some of these great artists could be featured in our lobby. I just kind of wanted to put that out there that I think it would be a nice welcoming entrance for our building.
We would embrace that. And absolutely. A big shout out to the Lowell office. I think they're in the behavioral health. They recently purchased about 10 pieces and we hung them up on the walls and it looks amazing. So absolutely, let's stay in contact and we would love to help you with that.
We'll make it happen.
Yeah, and thank you. And it's great exposure for our artists. Well, he's a good looking dude. He's a little scared, but he's a good looking dude. You're the good looking dude.
Everyone.
Thank you everybody for being here.
Thank you for your time.
Yep, wonderful, and have a great rest of your day.
Good job, guys. Thank you.